everyone, welcome to round 6. We're 4-1 with a hand with a fetch land and a brainstorm, so let's keep it. Up against Bozo 0388. Leads on Volcanic Island and passes. I think I don't mind wastelanding this Volcanic here or playing a Delver. Because this feels like bolt on my Delver, and I'm willing to try to keep the game in the early stages as much as possible. This could be show and tell as well, but here, you know, they're not getting very good value off this brainstorm, and it kind of tells me that they don't have another land. So let's see if that read is correct. Wasteland. Yep, there you go. So I'm gonna play out this Trop, play a Delver. Maybe get wastelanded here, like whatever. Not too worried about that. Yep. And then no lands. No, I would not like to reel a Hex Drinker. I think that not getting wastelanded next turn in the event that my opponent draws that, and being able to play Wrenn and 6 with force backup and a wasteland in the graveyard is worth just playing Flooded Strand, attacking for 1 and passing. So we have some kind of Delver deck we're up against. They find a land. And let's see what Delver shows us. Another Wrenn and 6. No. Okay, so we'll bash for 1. Oh, am I going to get stifled here? Oh, my Delver. Okay. If this gets dazed, I'm going to force pitch Brainstorm. We'll get back Wasteland. And ship the turn. This way, if they have something wacky like main deck Hydroblast, Ponder, yep. So from here, my plan is just to wasteland them every turn, play a Hex Drinker, level it up, and just be off to play the wasteland game. So I'm going to wasteland first so they can't daze me or anything. Play a Hex Drinker. Get back wasteland. Level this guy up and pass the turn. Opponent didn't shuffle with Ponder, so they probably have a land up there. But this combination is just going to run away with the game. So here we could wasteland. Oh no, we can't do that. So ideally, I would like my opponent to spend their mana, or to incentivize my opponent to fetch and deal with this Hex Drinker. They don't. So I think I'll plus on Flooded Strand. Play Flooded Strand. Fetch. And Ponder. Great, so we'll draw Delver next turn, we'll have Daze for any 2 mana plays they play that make this turn. Bash for 4. And this feels like a pretty commanding position. I'm really glad I took that line of the turn 1 Wasteland. We'll see. Opponent really can't do anything too scary here. Brainstorm. I think I'm going to let this... Nah. Yeah, I'm going to let this Brainstorm resolve. Basically, I only care if they play like a Tarmogoyf or something stupid like that. And we get the first game. So... this looks like it's the mirror or maybe blue-red. There's no way to tell for sure. We have a pretty good sideboard for the Delver Mirror. Blue Blast. These blasts. I'm not sure about Veil. I'm going to be on the draw, so I don't like Daze that much on the draw. Not sure about Crop Rot, because you're really just rotating for Wasteland. Like, I don't think it's worth bringing in Bog just to, like, bog them if they play Wrenn and 6 or, like, Dreadhorde Arcanist or something. A lot of removal spells. I guess Rough and Tumble is okay. Maybe Veil of Summer is okay. Draw a card. Like, this most of the time, this just cantrips. And, like, the blasts are just better. Maybe. Probably not on the draw. Dazes, snares. I think on the draw, like, doing a Wrenn and 6 and Lonely Sandbar thing is just going to be a little too much to ask. I'd rather be proactive with these blasts. Maybe they play into this Rough Tumble. I don't know if they have Dreadhorde Arcanist. No, this doesn't really work very well in the mirror. I'm gonna leave that on the sideboard. Sylvan Library can be really hard to get value off of because your opponent's going to be pressuring your life total as well. Let's cut the Sandbar and 2 Dazes and go with this. So, yeah, this hand is pretty good. Turn 1 Delver with Daze backup. In the mirror, Daze is much better at protecting your own threat than what's it called? Than protecting your removal. Because if they had played something here, I play Delver, they Daze, I Daze back, as opposed to, like, I bolt their Delver, and they Daze me. I don't really know what I'm saying here. But we're going to play a turn 1 Delver. Does not get dazed. Yeah, like, or what I was saying is if my opponent taps out, they daze me, I daze back. And my Delver gets in there. Wasteland, that's fine. Sure. Wasteland plus Bolt. Yep. Okay, so my opponent has played no cantrips so far. So I think I'm going to fire off... No, I'm going to play another Delver. So here's the situation I talk about. I play this Delver. If they daze me, then I daze back, and my Delver resolves. So this turn, I'm hoping my opponent taps out for something. Maybe they don't have another land. They have another Wasteland. That's fine. I'm going to have the same sequence here. And they play a Delver. Okay. True name, no. Yeah, I think I'm just going to bulk your Delver and get in there. This could be a little greedy if they have like the third Wasteland. But it is what it is. Alright. Yeah, if they have the third Wasteland, I get owned pretty severely. Yeah, these Delver mirrors kind of play out in that there's like an early game where there's just like this quick exchange around Grixis. On Grixis, is this a Gurmag Angler? It is a young Pyromancer. Okay, I'm going to let this resolve and really hope I draw land off the top. Land. Days, damn. Okay. It's not great. We're going to Wasteland. I'm going to Wasteland the Volcanic Island so that my Delver has a better chance of living, and so if they play Gurmag Angler, it's into a daze. And I'm not going to offer this. No, I'm not going to offer this trait because it's pretty easy for me to pick this off if I draw land. And okay, so they have the land in case we've got a Gurmag Angler coming in. Bolt my Delver. Okay. That happens. Now I still have to play a Gurmag. Okay. That's not going to happen either. So one card in hand. Spell Pierce. Oh, those Wastelands were brutal. Those Wastelands were absolutely brutal. I will fire off this Spell Pierce on any old cantrip or whatever here. Hex Drinker. Oh, this draw is not lining up for me. Need to get this Pyromancer off the table ASAP. It looks like my opponent's hand is not fully developing, so maybe they have something like a Force of Will. Oh, double days. Rough. Yeah. That happens. Okay, hopefully I can stabilize this board with a True Name Nemesis if I draw another land. And my opponent doesn't have days again. Alright. Let's play a Hex Drinker and hopefully stop the bleeding for a little bit. Now, if they try to counter this, I think I'm not going to level it up. I will trade this for definitely for the Pyromancer and potentially even for one of the tokens. Here's that lightning bolt. Because we are kind of behind here. So where does this lead me? Double days. Take 1, 2, go down to 5. Or I'm taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, going to 2. I have to make this really awkward play. I get blown out by another days, but I'm pretty far behind here. Those Wastelands and this early Pyromancer were really a problem. So I'm taking at least 3. I don't think there's any way for me to claw my way out of this. And if they have a bolt, the game's over. Let's just attack for 3. Now that we've seen Young Pyromancer, I'm going to bring in that Rough Tumble. I'm on the play, so I'm a little less interested in Force of Will and a little more interested in Daze. Keep this. Cut these. So we're up against Grixis Delver. Grixis kind of fallen out of favor because of some of the best draws to that deck. Bitter Blossom, Diabolic Edict, that kind of stuff, have lost a little bit of value of late. Spell Pierce, I think I can live without one Spell Pierce. So have these Rented 6s. I think I want to have Lonely Sandbar in the deck on the play. So as I was saying before, like these Delver Mirrors are like you have a beginning stage of the game where it's just like a flurry of bolts and Rebs post board and Wastelands. Where one player is just trying to make a non-game. Ooh, Force of Negation, get this out of here. And then a lot of times it comes down to a top deck war. So I think being on the draw and having or being on the play and having that avenue is pretty valuable. This hand I'm going to keep. I don't love it because it's only 1 land. Oh, should I keep it? Can answer a Pyromancer or a Delver. I have a Force of Will. A Force of Will is really awkward. 2 blasts can be also awkward. Yeah, this hand kind of loses to a Wasteland, so I'm going to log in. This hand is even worse. Oh, not like this deck, not like this. Alright, this hand is good. Okay, we're going to get rid of a Ponder and a Brainstorm. Play land. So we want to make sure we have lands and we want to find a threat. Okay, we've got all those things. General Wasteland, that's fine. Go for it. So I don't love Wastelanding in this matchup if your opponent ponders and doesn't shuffle. It's just like, obviously they don't not have lands because your opponent would shuffle if there were no lands on top, or if they needed lands and they didn't have lands. You know what I mean? Like if their top cards did not have what they needed. Okay, so we're just going to kind of stare at each other here for a little while. Draw a tropical island. Yeah, I guess I'll play it. I'm fine with this getting wastelanded because the other land they wastelanded was a red source. I'm going to brainstorm in response to this. You gotta, when you brainstorm with a wasteland on the stack, like your opponent can't try to like daze your brainstorm or spell pierce your brainstorm, because if you have daze, you just pick up the land, and they get kind of owned. Yeah, all these cards are good. Alright, so we'll put the wasteland on top. and shuffle with the Flooded Strand, unless we need to. Unless we need to draw more lands. But it'll depend on what my opponent does here. Just plays more fetches. Alright, I'm content to just play the Wasteland game. They know these are here. And they're coming for you if you crack either of those fetches. So Underground Sea. This might be a brainstorm. Thought Scour yourself. Let that resolve. Wasteland, that Underground Sea. Grimlock Angler here could be pretty scary. Definitely don't want that. I feel like my opponent does not have it though, because they're not just jamming it out there. They probably do not want to jam Grimlock Angler into a possible daze. Okay, Volcanic here. Fetch. Okay. Dreadhorde Arcanist, that's fine. So I'm going to wait to draw the fetch land on top of my library to kill this, because if my opponent has Force of Will. I do not want to give them a chance. I want to have Spell Pierce up to protect that. Alright, so let's ponder. Do we want to ponder? I think we want to ponder. I want to ponder and find some backup for this True Name Nemesis, or just like a third land. Okay, yeah. Yeah, this is good. So they'll be down to one land. Yeah. I've played a lot of lands. But I have Daze Protection for True Name. For their True Name. Okay, let's do it like this. We'll Wasteland you. No more lands. Thought Scour. Okay, nothing spicy in there. I'm just gonna jam this Tarmogoyf. If I get dazed, then so be it. It really puts my opponent behind and forces them to kind of play into my daze if they want to play a 2-drop. Delays a possible True Name Nemesis until next turn when I'm going to have that Red Blast. Not have a way to deal with this Tarmogoyf. So there's definitely they have outs for sure to deal with this guy, but Tarmogoyf usually a pretty strong threat in the Delver Mirrors. Okay, that happens. Maybe not. Maybe not. I don't love Fatal Push in my Delver decks, but that's, you know, it's a good card. Tarmogoyf is very popular right now. Kind of cleanly answers a lot of the big threats in this format. I don't think I want to counter this Ponder. I'm really looking to keep my opponent off True Name Nemesis with this Red Blast. I think we've kind of passed the point I was talking about where like our mana bases are somewhat developed. Like, I'm obviously like a little behind on that. Nice pickup with a bolt. And I'm kind of clawing my way out of my mulligan to 5. We'll see what happens here. So, fetching here, smells like True Name Nemesis to me. Young Peasy. Okay. Just gonna bolt that. You want a token? You can have a token. And I'm going to daze the Soul Pierce. Okay, like this 1/1 is going to be annoying, but so it goes. It's going to play this Volcanic out. Going and bashing with their 1/1. Plague Engineer. Sure. What are you going to name? Merfolk? Rogue? Wizard? You have a lot of, like, Snake. Nice. Alright. Let's True Name it up. That you should, like, you put that card in your deck for True Name Nemesis. Like, you should name Merfolk or Rogue. Days. I'll force the stays. Don't have another one. Nice. Okay, so we're still not out of the woods yet. You know, with the black cards, my opponent definitely has access to like edict effects. Haven't seen any yet. I'm really down on cards though, so it's not good. They can attack. Oh, they can't attack at all. That's right. True Name Nemesis does not care about Death Touch. Okay, maybe we can take over the game now. Because we have Ren and 6 plus Blast. And we're just going to use this True Name as a moat and try to wasteland our opponent out of the game. Gonna go after this black land so no like Gurmag Angler shit happens. And if they want to like scour or something in response to this, bolt that, okay. If they have more bolts, so be it. So I'm just going to draw another one off the top. That Wasteland is very late to the party. Yep, that's fine. The Wasteland my drop. Yeah. So now we're in pretty similar spots. We have a chance to claw out of this. That's annoying. So I think I want to go on offense for a couple of turns. I have a lot of outs to deal with these creatures, and my opponent has very few outs to deal with this tree. I can cover their True Name, or a Delver, with this blast. Okay. Alright, we're gonna race? We're gonna race. Ooh, this is not good. Okay, at this point, I am gonna take my foot off the gas. Oh, this is an angler. This is an angler. Okay, hopefully I can draw a magmatic sinkhole, take this Gurmag off the table. Or a bolt to take Plague Engineer off the table, then we can maybe deploy these Hex Drinkers. Yep. It's possible I should have gotten more lands back with my Wren and 6, got some fetch lands back. And obviously getting punished pretty badly for it here. This is a bolt, I'm gonna Blue Blast that. Oh, this is not good. This is not good. If my opponent's last card is bolt, they win. Ugh. Okay. Oh, that's not gonna do it. Oh, man. No, I mean, yeah, I just didn't draw enough removal spells. And I lose. Alright, fall to 4-2. Not good. See you guys next time.